receiver Chase Claypool, our celebrity guest picker. LC tries to stay perfect on his headgear picks this year. We got great fans virtually all over the place. Clemson fans, Notre Dame fans here as well. Stanford and Oregon tonight. That's a really good sign about Notre Dame will win when I can pronounce Uyangalele. Pizza Hut game day traditions back in 1988. The old Catholics versus convicts game. Lou Holtz and the Irish against the Miami Hurricanes. Right down on the goal line. The completion, the fumble, Steve Walsh arguing to no avail. And then Walsh throwing for the end zone and a touchdown for Jimmy Johnson's Hurricanes. And what are you going to do here? You're going to go for two, right? Knocked away. Just as they knocked one away in 93. This preserved victory against Florida State, and the Irish take down Miami 31-30. Now, under Brian Kelly, they reached the 2012 National Championship game. Win percentage has been outstanding. What they're looking for is that top 5 win and a victory against number 1, and the guy who's trying to get it joins Maria and Kirk.
He does right now in the middle of the field. Coach, thank you so much for coming out with us. It's a beautiful day.
Well, this is... That's how we do it in South Bend. 70 degrees. Who needs to be in Nashville? Who needs to be in Georgia? Right here is where we go, right?
If we would have known, we would have been here sooner, Coach.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
So this season is so interesting because I feel like it makes us cherish what we get to do even more. We get to talk football. You get to coach it. How would you just describe what it's been like for you?
2020? Mm-hmm. Man, it's been a challenge. I think what energizes coaches and me in particular is our student athletes and our students, our band, our cheerleaders, everybody that's here today. I mean, we're going through a very difficult time, and to balance academics, to balance COVID and to play, all of those things. I just love the fact that they do it with a sense of optimism and opportunity instead of pessimism and negativity. Yeah. That just for coaches, that's why we do this.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of opportunities, the opportunity to play Clemson at home. You got a 22-game win streak here. Yeah. And you said that this is about being a championship team, not just winning football games anymore. How does this game factor into it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're talking about performance and playing, on the big stage, and we've had to up our performance level when we get these opportunities, and so we've been working towards that. It's been a lot of work to get to this level, and we feel like we've got a football team that can perform at that highest level.
You went to Athens last year, and you were right there. I mean, toe-to-toe, tough atmosphere, showed that you have the athletic ability. I'm sure your players, even though you lost a game, show you can play in these kind of games. Yeah. What is it about this game? I mean, everybody's talking about your line, your ability to run the ball. What do you think are some keys tonight to this matchup?
Well, I don't think the basic tenets of college football or any football has changed. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you've got a chance. So we've got a veteran offensive line that played in the 2018 college playoffs against this Clemson team. They were a bunch of sophomores. Now they're a bunch of fifth-year seniors. So you've got a mature group on the offensive line. You've got a defense that has pieces. In other words, they have athleticism on all 3 levels. So when you're talking about these kinds of games, you want an athletic defense and you want an offensive line that can control the ball. If you have those 2 pieces and a veteran quarterback, you've got the pieces that you can go and you'll play anywhere. Now you got to go execute and you got to make plays, but as a coach, if you have those 3 pieces together, you got a good chance.
What do you feel like is the identity of the team that they've already proven to you over the first 6 weeks of the season?
I think right now our identity is starting to define itself is that they can make plays when they're called upon. I want to see more playmaking ability, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And those guys are waiting for that opportunity. I think the other thing is play fearless. They have nothing, to worry about. I mean, there's bigger things out there than playing college football. So play fearless. And I think the last thing is play with some energy, play with some juice. And I think those 3 things together, that's your identity.
I don't know if you heard, but College Game Day is going to Augusta next week. Have you played Augusta?
See, maybe a couple of times. How many times have you played? About a million times, probably.
Just a handful. But do you have
I know Reese Davis plays every other week.
Do you have any tips for our crew other than just stay where we're told to stay? Other than that?
Do that. Do that first if you want to get invited back.
Yeah.
My good friend Jimmy Dunn would tell me first and foremost, pick it up if you're not playing fast. That's the first thing. But I think you just enjoy the walk. It's one of the most enjoyable walks in golf. And the atmosphere there, when you drive down Magnolia, it's like looking at the dome when you come up here. It's just one of those magical sights.
We're going to take it in. We're going to get a pimento cheese sandwich, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to take a look
Get the fried oysters, too.
Fried oysters. Okay, you got
all over it.
Write this down. Well, Coach, we appreciate you seriously spending some time. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Thank you.
Go Irish!
All right. Thanks, man.
Reese.
All right, Maria, Brian, thank you very much. Indiana just down the road. They're off to a terrific start, but haven't had any success against Michigan. Michigan has beaten Indiana 24 straight times. That is the second longest active streak by one team against an opponent, one short of the streak that Ohio State has against Indiana. And isn't that just a microcosm of Michigan under Jim Harbaugh? Good, but not quite elite. Not quite as good as Ohio State, for instance. Michigan has been pretty predictable in recent years. They beat who they're supposed to beat, and they never beat anyone that they're not supposed to beat. And if there are surprises, it's a bad one, like the faceplant last week against Sparty. That pushed Michigan men and women over the brink in terms of their patience with when Harbaugh was going to elevate the program. Gene Wojciechowski looks into this idea of why Michigan hasn't been able to take the step from pretty good to great.
Today, I'm very pleased and proud to announce